Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless we play those three adventurous letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadou-Ken?
You know what? I'm tired of explaining this to y'all, but you know what? I'm in a giving mood, so I'm going to give it to you today. It stands for entering dungeons haphazardly. You know what happens when you do that? You get got. You never played Dungeons & Dragons before? You missing out. But today, before we go down that line, we got to give a shout out.
That's right. We always want to give a shout out to a patron who becomes a member of the Mana Squad. And today we are shouting out Alan Gomez.
First of all, Gomez, thank you for shouting us out and for giving us your patronage. And because you shouted us out, we know we got to give you your favorite commander.
That's right. Alan's favorite commander is Yarok the Desecrator.
Never heard of him.
Oh, Yarok is nasty.
Wait. Is this Panharmonicon on the creature?
Panharmonicon on a creature.
Oh, yeah. You know, I talk about the 3-body 5 booty.
Yep, three.
He's bringing more than he's backing up more than he's bringing.
Yeah, but it also has Death Touch and Lifelink.
That's not the important part. Nobody cares about those parts.
Yeah, but it's a 2 insult tie, and it basically says that anytime a permanent of yours would trigger, it triggers twice.
No. That's not what it says. It's the DJ Khaled of cards. It says you got one trigger, you get another one.
Another one.
So thank you for shouting us out, and of course your commander is awesome, just like you. Now let's go ahead. You know what came out? It wasn't Modern Horizon Part 2. That happened a couple of weeks ago. We talking about the Forgotten Realms, a.k.a. Neverland, a.k.a. the never-ending story.
I'll be honest. I thought Modern Horizons was still out. I don't know what day it is.
You know what? There's a secret layer coming out after this, too. We don't care about. But there's a Dungeons & Dragons set out there. I like Dungeons & Dragons. He's never even heard of it. But I love some of the cards that they printed in here. Shout out to the Bag of Holding. And we were looking at this set. Said doesn't look at them until they come out. And you know what? It's some bangers in this set.
Yeah, you have to enlighten me because all I saw was a bunch of cards, a bunch of text. I started reading and I fell asleep. I haven't got past the first two lines.
Some of these cards got whole stories on there. I'm talking about, they tell them about their grandma's cooking.
I'm like, so are we just foregoing all of the magic lore? Are we just putting it all on the cards now? So
exactly. You know, once upon a time, there was a creature that has lifelink, haste, and so. But anyway, so we got the Forgotten Realms, and there's some bangers out there like the Beholder card, Xanadu,
oh yeah.
Zanzibar, whatever.
Xanadu.
All the dragons are bangers, but we're not talking about that. You see, there's some sleeper agents in this deck.
Not sleeper agents. Sleepers.
There's some hardcore, no dose, Robitussin after 12. back in the early 99 and 2000 scissor. There are some go to sleep. If you tired, be quiet. Go to sleep cards in this deck, and we about to bring them to you live and uncut.
Yeah. So since you looked up most of the cards, like I said, I've barely gotten through like maybe 10 cards. I'm gonna let you talk exclusively about these cards, and like I said, enlighten me on how these cards are some sleepers that people need to not sleep on.
Okay, so you know about the mythics, you know about the dragons, but you gotta find out about these class cards. Now, all the class cards bring something special and wonderful, like the wizard, the fighter, all those. But particularly, I gotta talk about the cleric.
The cleric, all right.
You see, in D&D, the cleric is the healer of the group.
That's true.
He's the one keeping she or they are keeping everybody alive.
Okay.
Want to keep everybody from falling.
Okay.
You know, when the roof comes up, when the lights go out, till they collapse. Yeah. So the one I gotta talk about now is the cleric class, because this one is amazing.
Okay.
So it says the first part.
So this is an enchantment and basically another type of enchantment. We've had sagas, we had auras,
now we have level up enchantments.
Yep.
The first one is pretty good. It says whenever you gain a life, you gain one more.
Okay, cool.
So that's pretty good. The second one, whenever you gain life, you put a counter on any target creature.
Oh.
You know who that sounds like? Sounds like Helioid.
Heliod.
You got Heliod, sorry, on another enchantment. It's beautiful work. And the last one says, when you activate it, you go get a creature and you put it on the battlefield from your graveyard.
Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you gain life equal to the toughness.
So not only does it have early game utility, but it has late game utility as well. This card is amazing, and it goes very broken in a couple of decks. I see you, Karloff. I see you, Carl.
Yeah. I actually had just been saying that I feel like Wizards need to reprint level classes, but level ups. I guess they heard what I said, threw it in the trash, and it was like, you know what? We'll appease them a little bit.
Dust it off and put it in the set.
we'll make level enchantment.
Like I said, this is one of my favorite ones, but all the class cards, trust me, get them all because they will fit in any deck that you build. Now, speaking of these class cards, I got to give a shout out to the Druids.
Oh, why's that?
The Druid card itself is beautiful because it actually synergizes with this one on some level.
Okay.
When a land enters the battlefield, you gain a life.
Okay.
If you level it up, you get to play an extra land a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just for 3. It becomes an extra mana sink. We always know those get super expensive no matter what they look like.
An additional land on each of your turns. That's almost busted.
And
is it burgeoning that does this?
Burgeoning does that. The dinosaur does this.
Yeah.
There's plenty of extra mana cards, and if you look at them, all of them get pretty pricey depending on what they are. And then of course the third one we don't care about. A land turns into some stuff. That's some old Nissa ability, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to gain life. I'm here to gain extra lands. Do not sleep on the Druid class, or it will sleep on you.
Hard.
So looking around this list, I was starting to notice. Oh snap! White got some bangers.
White got some bangers.
They got some hitters in the group.
Okay.
I got to talk about Guardian of the Faith. This one made me have to pray to somebody. I don't know who yet, but we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I like this card. I saw this card and I like this card.
I like the way it tether balls. Now, one of my favorite 7 drops is Angel of Dyer Hour. This is going in the same deck. This card has flash, and when it enters the battlefield, it phases out all your creatures of your choice.
Yeah.
You know how bomb that is?
I know exactly how bomb that
Protects you from board wipes, combat tricks, everything.
Creature control.
It is a must-have in white. So make sure you go out there and pick you up a couple.
I love that you can do it for any number of target creatures.
Now, looking at this, I was like, it couldn't get better.
Could it?
I lied to myself.
Oh.
I was telling Fields to myself.
All right, what'd you find?
I had to put myself in timeout because of this card. It's called the Teleportation Circle. Look at me. Look at me. Soapbox time. I've told you guys about Kaya's Ghost Form.
You told them about
Spark Double.
Spark Double. You've also told them about Mirage Mirror.
But they ain't listening to me. Y'all gonna listen to me on this one. If you got a white deck, Teleportation Circle is a must-have. First of all, it's the blue version of Thassa. Let's put that out there. I want you to go to your computer right now. I want you to go to your phone. I want you to look at the price of Thassa. Yeah, Teleportation Circle. Teleportation Circle does what said. Tell them what it does.
From my research, it says at the beginning of your end step, exile to 1 target artifact or creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's controller.
It flickers on your end step.
A 4-drop in white.
Do you know all the ETBs in white?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, what do? They get you lands. They exile creatures. They do your taxes. They wipe the butt. Anything. White goes all in with they flickering. Slot this in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll be sure to grab one of these.
This is one of the slottiest of the slots that you slot in.
Like you said, it's cheaper, probably cheaper than Thassa.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Get on that. And last, but definitely not least, this card spoke to me.
Spoke to you, huh?
It came to me in a dream. It was like, kid, wake up, you about to pee yourself. So after I went to the restroom,
I think that was your brain.
yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, but honestly, it was Volo.
Oh, Volo.
Volo
Guide to Monsters.
It's Simic in 2.
So we know broken.
Let me speak to them. I gotta speak to them, otherwise they won't listen. This card says that if you cast a creature spell and you don't have one in your graveyard, you copy it. If I cast a Wormcore engine, I'm copying it. If I'm casting anything that's not legendary, that's beautiful, I'm copying it. I'm getting 2 for 1. We love value meals at this show, especially when they come with chicken nuggets. This one comes with the honey mustard to boot. You get this card. You listen to me.
I'm just shaking my head for the people listening right now. Like this card is broken, beyond broken.
You double it. You double it.
Yeah. You double it. And imagine if you slot this in, so I say into like Yarok the Desecrated.
Oh man.
All those ETB triggers.
Oh, oh God. I think I need to go wash my clothes. But you see what we going there right now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this?
I loved all of those cards. Definitely gonna get this Volos before it gets snatched up. Cause I don't think that was really a sleeper. I think people saw this and they already making plans. But
I don't know, because I've been cruising through the YouTubes and people have been taking naps, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
okay, if they want to sleep on it, let them sleep for about another week or so until I buy this.
So best believe if you, and you know what, there's some cards out there that we probably missed. It's some cards out there that I saw. I was like, you know what? You could be a banger too. Like there's a red card out there that actually lets you draw two and create two treasures for four. But you know what?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one later. And maybe you guys can introduce some of the cards that we probably missed in the bottom, in the comments at the bottom. And if you saw any of these cards and you want to take our advice and hop on this train before it leaves the station, you're going to go to TCG and pick you up a couple.
That's right. Our affiliate link is in the description below. Use that link to buy your cards, help support yourself, and also help support the channel as well.
And help yourself. We trying to help you help yourself.
That's right.
Testify.
I don't really have much to say because, like you said, I don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons. I know there's a lot of cards that say venture into the dungeon, and I just started getting sleepy, and I was like, I don't understand this. People may like this. Give the people what they want.
I'm still on the fence about the dungeon cards myself. Although I will say at the pre-release, a couple of the dungeons actually saved my behind.
Okay. How many dungeons total are there?
3.
Okay, it's not enough to make me like this. But please subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about a Forgotten Realm, Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms in this Magic the Gathering set. I'm liking the art. I'm liking some of the mechanics here and there, and I'm liking most of what I'm seeing. It's just a lot of reading. I'll probably catch up to this by the end of the year, when we're like 3 sets from now, and I'll be like, man, that Dungeons and Dragons set, y'all should have told me about it.
Yeah, it was some bangers out there. But like and subscribe. But until next time, rogues are broken.